Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Gracie.
Hello.
Another task.
All right, let's see what we're getting into.
Write down the best single sentence piece of advice.
You have 2 minutes.
Your time starts now.
As always, there's like a Sunday school escape option here.
My brain is blank.
There's lots of silly quotes.
Oh, advice about what?
And even the cliches are like leaving my brain right now.
Oh, I could go 2 different ways with this.
I'm just gonna write a sentence because I'm scared.
Could go economic, buy low, sell high.
Yeah. All right.
While you have time, we're gonna draw a smiley face.
Don't know what it means. No, I do know what it means. I do.
Oh.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Oh, it's just here. It's just now. Okay.
Oh, man.
Oh, okay. Oh no. Oh goodness. Oh.
Create the best visual representation of your advice.
Your creation may not include written or spoken word.
You have 10 minutes. Your time starts now.
Do I get the crayons back or do I just use the Sharpie?
Do you have a basketball hoop?
So a bit of a bait and switch here. I asked them to write down a piece of advice, then gave a follow-up task to create the best visual representation of that advice that they could come up with. So what we're going to do, we're going to see what their visual representation is. Maybe give people a chance to shout out any guesses that they might have as to what this is representing. Whether or not it's guessed correctly won't necessarily mean that they get the most points, but it might be a context with which to judge. First of all, we are going to see EJ. Any idea what that would have been representing?
Any other guesses? Don't waste water in dead grass. Water your grass. Lots of grass themed. Any other thoughts? Yeah, Rocky just said grass is greener where you water it. I'm thinking that sounds pretty accurate. How do we find out?
Let's find out.
The grass is greener where you water it.
1 point to Rocky.
All right, next we have Devin, who created this photo.
All right, any guesses? Go for it, Liam. Go to Burger King? I don't know. It sounds like pretty solid advice, especially from a guy wearing a Burger King crown right now. Any other thoughts? I am gonna go with Burger King. I'm saying I think that Liam's Burger King advice is the directive from Devin.
Listen to Jesus. He is the ultimate taskmaster. Yeah, I hope that's not heresy.
Well, that was both spiritual and original.
All right, here is John. The artwork is quality, but what does it mean?
Oh, so take the plank out of your eye when you see before criticizing the speck in another's eye? That sounds like... Oh, just point it out? I truthfully don't know what he's pointing at. Let's find out.
You are not responsible for managing other people's emotional responses to you. If they are mad, let them be mad. If they were hurt, accept that they were hurt. Do not try to fix the emotion, accept it, and move on with them.
I knew it.
Such beautiful advice. Was that included in your letter that has been submitted as a prize also? No? More golden wisdom on the way then, I suppose, for whoever wins. Could be you, John.
Not gonna be me.
All right, next up, Tracy with another photo submission. Any guesses what this is here?
Okay, so we got one for the best is yet to come. It appears that there are some words here, some letters.
The exact wording here is creation may not include written or spoken words.
And Tracy has made the case that it is, what did you say, sculpted?
Sculpted, like a diagram, yeah.
You know a little about the history of the written word.
Mhm.
How were people like first writing stuff down?
They were carving into things, maybe.
Oh, carving into things. One might say that is similar to sculpting, no?
That's
well,
up
we'll
to
think
you.
about that. Let's find out what the advice is first.
So I followed it as instructions. So I wrote verbatim, the best single sentence piece of advice. You have 2 minutes. Your time starts now.
So it wasn't advice.
No, the task was write, and then everything else I wrote after that.
The task itself was an instruction that I followed.
So where is single sentence piece of advice?
I had a time limit, so it was a visual representation.
All right, we will
and
take
that's
this into
what we got.
consideration. We'll take it into consideration.
All right, and lastly, we have Hans. Any guesses?
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Yeah.
Oh, that would have been better advice.
Ignore the haters is what I thought it was, quite honestly.
Don't keep score, but score as high as you can.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah, so it's time to score. So this is really your discretion here. They did get 2 tasks, one to give the best advice and one to create the best visual representation. So you could score a combination of the.
So you're saying if I score them separately, then you will add them together and you will figure out the points? Correct. Okay, great. All right. Well, if that's the case, let's talk about the piece of advice. Tracy, yours was the best.
No, I wrote the task as an instruction, so it wasn't a piece of advice, but exactly how the instructions were presented to me.
Great. Well, we all know that I do not love technicalities, so unfortunately, Tracy, I am taking yours as advice and considering it the worst and not the best. So for best piece of advice, Tracy, 1 point. Let's go with, you know, John, yours was beautiful advice, but if it had been more succinct, that would be perhaps better. So 2 points. We are going with Devin, you did seem a little bit concerned that yours might be heresy, so we're going to award a sweet 3 points to that. I'm going to go with Hans for 4 and EJ with 5 because I liked the beautiful, simple poetry and sentiment behind hers. All right, now for best visual recreation, so many different mediums employed. I really liked the acting it out. I appreciate Devin's mixed media. So actually, that bumped it up quite a bit for me. Devin, I don't know why I feel like 4 points for you. John, yours was just a drawing, so I'm going to go with 1. I liked the acting it out, but they were both fairly similar. There was a good bit of energy behind Hans, so let's give Hans 1 more than EJ. And, ooh, unfortunately, it leaves me to figure out what to do with the best. Oh, unfortunately, I'm going to do double last for Tracy on this one. So sorry, Tracy. So what does that mean for us points-wise, Ben?
In last place, we have Tracy. So 1 point for Tracy. John in second last place for 2 points. Tied for first place, EJ and Hans with 5 points each. So the question is, do you want to give Devin 3 or 4 points?
Devin is holding up the number 4. We'll go with 4. Devin can have 4.
Thank you, Chef.
Very good.